So,
the meeting,
well,
so please, if you don't want to be recorded, then you'll have to leave. Okay, thank you very much, Diana. Off you go. Looking forward to it.
okay. So, welcome from everyone from a sunny Torres. And what I'm going to show you is part of a larger website for ESL teachers and students, simpleenglishvideos.com, created by and featuring this lovely lady on the right, Vicky Hollett, a name that you might well be familiar with. She wrote business books such as In at the Deep End, great business book, and also Business Opportunities. I'm just going to focus on one section of her website called 1 Minute English Lessons. Here's a slide of it, a shot of it. And in this, she explains and illustrates various aspects of language in just 60 seconds. Hence the reason why I chose it, being 60. Actually, sometimes they're 90 seconds or even 2 minutes. Here are the little pieces of language that she illustrates on this part of the website. And what I'm going to do is suggest some ways that we could perhaps use these in our teaching. So, firstly, we can use these videos straight. For example, students can watch the video, then tell each other what the differences are between the two words that she's highlighting. We've got an example here which Neil is now going to play for you, the video, between sympathetic and nice. So watch and see if you can work out the differences between the two.
Someone who's sympathetic understands other people's feelings, especially their problems.
Ashley's got a bad cold.
Oh, you poor thing.
Do you want a hot drink?
Oh, I think I've got some aspirin in my bag. So people who are sympathetic are kind to people who have problems, and they show they care about them. But sympathetic doesn't mean friendly and pleasant in English. Someone like that is nice.
I met the new logistics manager. She was very friendly and pleasant.
Yeah, she's very nice, isn't she?
Nice. We use this word a lot, especially in British English.
That was a fantastic movie. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just nice?
Yeah, I really liked it. I've got so much to do. I'm worried. How am I going to get it all done?
Yep.
Oh, Jay.
What?
Well, you're not very sympathetic.
Have I told you recently that I love you?
He's not very sympathetic, but he's very nice. Poor thing.
Do you want a hot drink?
Oh, I think I've got some aspirin in my bag. So people...
So we need to go back to the slides. Okay. So, or you could get your students to think more about the language point before they watch the video by you extracting some of the marker sentences and you providing them with a previewing task, as in this example of until and by. So what I did here was you've got 4 situations that are featured in the video. Some of the illustrative sentences are used to explain these commonly confused words. You can copy and paste them from the transcript, which is underneath the video, and you can make sure the students understand the different situations first. That's your previewing task. And then ask them to find the words by and until in the text, the written text, and in pairs and small groups, then see if they can decide what the difference is between the two words. And when students have discussed the questions, you can then play the video for them to compare their answers by listening out for the rule. In this case, Vicky gives the rule, which is by means at or before a specific time, and until is for situations that continue up to a certain time.
It's a
And
terrible
cue the
day,
video,
but it'll be nice
Neil.
by the weekend.
By, at or before a specific time.
It's a terrible day, but it'll be nice by the weekend.
By, at or before a specific time.
Gorgeous day, and it's going to stay like this until the weekend.
Until. Use this for situations that continue up to a certain time. You can watch this until 9 o'clock, but then we're going to change channels.
What's happening at 9 o'clock?
Dancing with the Stars is on.
She loves that program. I need your report by Friday.
Friday is the deadline. You must give me your report on Friday or before.
I need your report until Friday.
I have your report and I'm going to need it all week.
I need your report by Friday. Can you give it to me on or before Friday? I need your report until Friday. After Friday, you can have it back.
So when will you be back?
Not until late.
Okay, I'll probably be in bed by the time you get home.
Okay.
Have fun. Yes.
Are you in bed yet?
Yes.
I've forgotten my keys.
Yes.
I'll be back by 12. Could you stay awake until I get back? Hello? Hello?
Okay, so there seems to be, I think you get the idea anyway. So when the students have watched that, presumably it doesn't have so many hitches like this, then you can get the students to perhaps take some of the situations and you can get them to rehearse them themselves and act out some of the short sequences. Another way to diagnose your students' current understanding of a particular piece of language and help them to listen actively is to ask them a simple open question about the language point, such as this one. So here we're going to be watching Remember and Remind. So if you give the students just an open question, what do you already understand? What do you know about the differences between the two? They can then, they've got a task from which they can predict differences, and then we can watch the video.
Well, when did you last have them? Remember to have a picture in your mind of something that happened in the past. I must remember to renew my driving license. Can you remind me?
Sure.
Thank you. Remember, the opposite of forget. Remind, help me remember.
You need to do your taxes.
Oh, don't remind me. I don't want to think about it. This soup's delicious. It reminds me of the soup my mother used to make.
I can't remember where I left my glasses.
They're on your head.
Okay, so then once they've watched that, you can then get them to see how much information that they had in common with Vicky's explanation and illustrations. Another way to make use of the transcript, which is below the video, is to use it as a gap fill, as in this video showing the difference between miss and lose. Okay. Students read, this is the transcript which I've taken out, they read the gaps and fill in the gaps with the correct form of miss or lose. The pink is what the situation is, the black is the explanation by Vicky.
We went
And then
to the
they can
cinema
watch the
last
video
night.
and compare to their answers. Which we hopefully
missed the
shall do
first 10
now.
minutes.
We'll
I
watch at least
lost
a
my
little
car
bit of the
keys, and it
video.
took a while to find them.
So we don't know how the movie started.
But it had a great ending.
When we lose something, we can't find it.
This is the only key we have, so don't lose it.
What are you looking for?
Oh, I lost the remote.
Miss means fail to catch or fail to hit the target.
Ah, I missed.
We can miss a bus, we can miss a train, and we can miss a flight. Fail to catch it. But we can't lose a bus. Not unless we're a very careless bus driver. Miss and lose have some other meanings as well.
Okay, I'm off.
Oh, I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too.
Okay, Neil, I think probably that gives a flavour of it. Okay, so we'll move ahead. Okay. So when they've watched that and they've compared to what they thought were the correct words, we can actually show them the transcript or this one here that I've actually completed in red. There are other language points which Vicky hasn't dealt with yet on her website that students could perhaps benefit from. I mean, you might well have other ideas. Learn and study, particular perhaps problem for Polish students, give an offer for Portuguese students, as many of these other ones are. Might be food for thought for Vicky at some point in the future. Finally, you can also get your students to make their own versions of 1-minute videos. And here's a suggested way of helping them to develop their own video using a flip cam or a video recorder. You can get the students, I've taken an example of fun and funny, get the students to prepare, or you prepare for them, a mini dialogue of funny, and then they prepare, or you prepare a short explanation of funny, and similarly with fun, and get the students to rehearse, and then you can film the students. And if you so wish, they can upload it onto YouTube, I suppose, or give it to Vicky. Anyway, what we haven't looked at is follow-up work from these lesson ideas. And I don't know if you've got any ideas yourself of how you might be interested in following up this kind of work, because obviously you wouldn't want it just to be a standalone. But I tried to, what I've tried to do in these 10 minutes is to show these different ways in which Vicky's great videos can be used both inside and outside the classroom with your students of various levels.
Thank you very, very much, Diana. That was fantastic, showing us through Vicky's videos, and thank you very much, Vicky. It was great to have you here too, supporting Diana.